and good morning. And this is Dr. Aziza Jalaluddin. We are catching up again on conversations with live accelerators on authors who are doing some amazing contributions to the world through writing. And what's the magic in your book, Madam Manbir Singh Kaur? Madam Manbir Kaur, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Aziza. It's my pleasure to be on your show.
Yes, Ji. And so today we have Ms. Manbir Kaur, who is an executive and leadership coach, ICF PCC, a conversational intelligence, CIQ, enhanced skills practitioner, and a positive intelligence coach. She is author of Get Your Next Promotion and Are You the Leader You Want to Be? This book was nominated as the 5 best business books for CK Pralad, right? Business Book Award 2019.
Yes.
She helps you achieve a balanced and sustainable growth for yourself and your organization by facilitating alignment of aspirations, purpose, and actions. It is really a very wonderful opportunity for us to connect here, Ms. Manbir.
Thank you. Thank you for so kind words, nice words. I'm so happy to be here. And
That's right. So let's get on this segment that we are so excited to hear about the magic you create with your book. Before we understand about the magic, let's look at what really inspired you to get into writing.
yeah, so so I have been working as an executive and leadership coach now for 10 years, and before that I was in corporate for 15 years. So the more I work as an executive coach, I understand that a lot of people in corporate and professional world, when I'm saying lot, I mean really a lot, wants to be successful, right? You will agree with me. Yeah, everyone wants to be successful, and there is a lot of knowledge available there, right? People want to be successful, there's a lot of knowledge. So my intention is to help people bridge that gap of that having that knowledge and imbibing that knowledge. So that's what my intention is. In more crisp words, it's like, where people can really take ownership of their own success and make an impact in their own world. I want them not to leave their success in somebody else's hands. Take the ownership. That's why I write books, and that's how I can reach multiple people, millions and billions of people. Because when I coach, I can only coach handful of people, right? And through books, I can reach more people. So that's the intention I have, and that's the goal I have.
I think that is really a heartwarming progress. And the word leverage comes to my mind. You really want to leverage the book one time you write, and it's going out there millions and millions of times. And that is really a very smart way of reaching your message to the world. And that's what we want to see happening for everybody who writes a book. So let me ask you, who are your books? I know you talked about corporates and everybody. Who are your audience? The readers that you target, and how do you reach them?
Yeah. So for in generic way, if I talk about both the books, my first book, Are You the Leader You Want to Be, which talks about human leadership, and I think this is the right time. We need human leadership in much more broader way. So I'm explaining it so that it becomes clearer that who's my audience. And Get Your Next Promotion, second book, is all about being successful holistically in the organizations. So my audience is corporate professionals, who wants to be successful in their endeavors, holistic success, and wants to be authentic and human leaders, want to come from that human space. So when I'm saying that, I mean success and happiness together. So that's who my audience is. People who really have aspirations, ambitions, who want to grow and have that fire in the belly to grow. So that's who my audience is. How do I reach them? I guess I'm blessed that it's easy to reach to them because of my work I do, and and the I think the word of mouth really works for me. And other is social media. So social media is something, which really helps me talk to my followers, to talk to my audience.
Yes, and we love LinkedIn, and that's how I found you on
Yes.
LinkedIn, right? We connected on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is
yeah.
really important, right? Social media really bridges the gap. Now I'm going to ask
Yes.
you this question. Now that everything is online and
Hmm.
you have your book in your hand, how much do you think this has kind of impacted people writing books? Like now people are not so much in physical book, they are
Hmm.
more online. So how much have your work been affected by this? Or rather you think will affect people who write books?
Yeah, so I guess that's my perspective, Dr. Aziza. So it's my way of looking at things.
Yes.
So when I wrote this book, so we didn't expect pandemic, right? So pandemic happened, and initially it was like a setback. How to, because in the last book, my book was launched in three cities: Mumbai, Bangalore, so I traveled, I did my book tour and all that, so I was like expecting this time, to be multiplied, because this was my second book, but that didn't happen. So that's one part of story. But having said that, things have become very different in an easier way. It was a shutdown period for a few months, I would say, because all of us were adjusting, society was adjusting, my clients were adjusting, everybody was adjusting to it. But now I'm on the other side of it, where I'm doing a lot of podcasts, recordings like this. I'm doing shows like this on my book. So where, because now location is no more a constraint. So I have been talking on a lot of US platforms recently. So because location is no more a constraint, they are not expecting me to come there. They are not only expecting people from US. So point I'm making is, I won't say it's changing in a negative way. I would say yes, it did impact. But now, even the publishing industry has got, has found that how can they sell more online, how can they reach out to more people online. So things are changing for good, I guess, so we are all, I feel we are all united and on the same platform than before.
Yes, yes, for sure. I think that has really, you have nailed it. A lot of people were literally not able to move because of what happened and they had to like adjust to it. And then they
Yeah.
came out of it. And right now it's like, okay, it's more of acceptance and what is possible is now the
Yes.
conversation. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this book is here to stay. Come on, friends. Books are here to stay. And we just love getting our hands on books, I have to admit, right? So the
Yes.
book, you want to show your book again to everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. It creates some
It's
magic when somebody is writing a book and we have authored a book and we see it in our hands. That gives us a new adrenaline rush to, what we can do with life with that. So,
yeah.
right, and can you tell us then, what is the magic in your book or books?
So I'll talk about you know the books, and then I'll come to this book. Is that okay with you?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So magic of the books is, as I said, is nothing. Is you. Nothing about me. The magic of this book or other book is you as an audience, because I believe I'm only the facilitator. You are the one who can bring the change. All these, maybe 70,000, 80,000 words, they are nothing if you don't imbibe maybe 10,000 or 15,000, whatever, imbibe in your life and make the change. So magic is absolutely, absolutely you, basically. My audience, my readers, they are the magic actually. So that's all. And little bit about the book, so that how do they create the magic, is basically that, about this book specifically, Get Your Next Promotion, which is the latest book. um, I have realized that one of the big problems for organizations is to develop a healthy leadership pipeline, Dr. Aziza.
Yes.
Most of the time, they struggle to get good candidate for leadership positions from within the organization.
Mhm.
The challenge is to find well-rounded individuals who can fit the expectations. Why I'm saying all this is I want people to actually understand where is the magic. How can they create the magic? So, what organizations and leadership leaders find that, they get people who are specialists, who are domain experts, who have authority in their own areas. They have kind of lesser experience of working across domains, being those leaders, having that established record of, being great leaders. And at the same time, the internal professionals who seek these kind of roles, C-suite roles, leadership roles, they somehow keep on missing them without a clue that, what is wrong, because they have been getting good feedback, they have been getting those good ratings, because they are doing good. Actually, Dr. Aziza, they are doing good, they're running their business functions, everything perfectly fine, but people feel stuck. They feel that they are unable to realize their potential. So they feel, maybe they have made some wrong decisions, maybe organization is not fair, maybe there's politics. So there is a huge gap here for leadership
Yes.
pipeline. So this book is basically written for these professionals who seem to have come up against that kind of glass ceiling. That's why the book is titled as Get Your Next Promotion, because it helps such professionals advance to their next levels in a holistic way. And on the other side, it helps organizations to build a good leadership pipeline in a slow and steady way. So
Yeah,
that's
I
the magic.
absolutely. You are creating so much of magic in the corporate world, which is much needed because right now, as the world is facing all this trauma and everybody
Yeah.
wants to look at people development. And the easiest way to get people development is to empower them to cause the change
Yeah.
themselves. And this is the
Yeah.
conversation you're having, and I'm loving it. So, this is surely something that we want corporate people, business people, professionals to be exact. That's the market that you're dealing with, to have that leadership and what we use the word intrapreneur, right? When they take on
Yes.
their leadership, it is
Yes.
entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, totally. Because you know what? The book has 10 elements to work on. And I have mentioned in the book that, you don't need to work on all 10 elements. As an entrepreneur, as you said, pick what is right for you at that right moment. Ideal would be, okay, you are the best in everything, but that's okay. And it's not sequential. You
Yeah.
pick whatever you want to work on as an entrepreneur, because I want you to take ownership. I don't want you that your HR is telling you to do this. Your people are telling you, take that ownership. You go and ask them. This is what
Mm.
I'm thinking. How should I do it? This is what I'm thinking. How do I bridge that gap? These are my two ideas. Please share more ideas. How do we do that? And also one of the other things is that, Dr. Aziza, the book has 10 global CXO stories. They're real stories. They are,
Oh, nice.
yeah, they are. So these 10 CXOs are sharing intimate details of their own journey and challenges to help people relate to 10 different dimensions, as explained, that will make any professional successful. So, it becomes much easier to relate to a concept when you read into exact situation, their
Mhm.
problems, their
People love to
scenarios.
hear stories and
Yeah,
how. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, why people love to hear stories? Because stories are not only the knowledge bomb, right? Because they have ups and downs, Because knowledge bomb is like, okay, knowledge is there and it's going to directly bridge the gap. No, everybody will have their own turns and curves and challenges. That's why stories help. That's why, it's not only about knowledge about that element, it's about the story, how that particular leader has implemented that element, and what kind of challenges he faced, and how did he overcome this. So that's how, this really help people to be real entrepreneurs, actually.
That's fantastic. So, what are your plans for 2021 as we
Oh,
round off the session? Your plans with your books, your plans with what you have set out to do?
so my plans for 2021 is, as I said, continuation of what I have been doing. So, which is helping people take ownership of their own success of their teams, actually align themselves to the bigger purpose, bigger picture, and work towards it. And I have recently also getting certified on positive intelligence, which is going to be really, really embedded in my work. And work of positive intelligence is an intersection of positive psychology, neuroscience, and cognitive psychology. So it basically works on mindset. So I think that is going to be one of the big add-ons to my work. That growth mindset is going to be a huge part of my work in 21, and I am so
Fantastic.
excited for that.
Yes, and we are very, very excited for that too, for your growth. We are wishing you all the best. And this session has been a very insightful one, understanding about the corporate world and how you are contributing to them through your words and your book. So very, very grateful for that. Thank you so much for being in
Thank
this
you.
experience.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
and
much.
thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. See you in another session with another author. Have a blessed day. Bye.